Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I'm Muqaddas Bhatt and I'm your instructor of the course Curriculum Development, Change and Innovation. I welcome you all in this introductory session of the course. In this introductory session, I will provide you an orientation to the structure of the course, and I will also like to provide a map of where the course will start and where it will end. In this mandatory session, I also aim to delineate what I expect you in this course. Here you can see the course essentials, which include program, semester, course code and credit hours. This course is actually designed for PhD education students who are enrolled in the second semester of their program. The course code is EDUC 7118 and credit hour is 3 credit hours, which means we are supposed to have 30 lectures in total. It seems very important to have the course description, because course description is actually designed to inform the students about the subject matter, approach, breadth and applicability of the course. So the purpose of this course is to broaden the vision of doctoral students in the area of curriculum development, change and innovation. This course will help us to unveil the issues in curriculum development, critical problems of contemporary society and their influence on the curriculum. It will also help to determine curriculum policy and priorities in an era of change. So we will discuss the policy requirements and policy practices not only in the local context but also in the international context. The course will help to highlight the significance of change in curriculum design and planning, change in models and practices of curriculum organization. This course will also help to identify appropriate strategies for curriculum change implementation and evaluation. It will help us to determine the roles and leadership of teachers in school-based curriculum development, and it will also help us to bring forth a theoretical framework for understanding innovations, which is actually the need of the hour. Here are the course or the learning objectives, which shows that what I want my students to learn. So these stated objectives will guide you as you go through the course. So let's have a look on the course objectives. After completing the course, the students will be able to understand the basic concepts in curriculum and curriculum development, think critically the problems of contemporary society and their influence on the curriculum, comprehend the theoretical foundation of curriculum, develop an awareness of curriculum policy and priorities in an era of change, change in curriculum design, change in curriculum planning, change in models and practice of curriculum organization. Further course objectives include: analyze the strategies for change and curriculum implementation, evaluate the curriculum, know the roles and leadership of teachers in school-based curriculum development, understand curriculum leadership in schools, and describe theoretical framework for understanding innovations. So you are basically responsible for your success. So you may assess your learning progress by considering the stated objectives. Let's ponder our eyes on the course contents. This course actually includes 9 to 10 units, and each individual unit has its own significance and importance. The first unit is titled as Basic Concepts in Curriculum and Curriculum Development. Unit 2 is Critical Problems of Contemporary Society and Their Influence on the Curriculum. Unit 3 is titled as Theoretical and Philosophical Foundations of Curriculum. Unit 4 involves curriculum policy and priorities in an era of change. Unit 5 is curriculum planning, and further we will discuss different concepts and dimensions of curriculum planning, like we will discuss the meaning and parameters of curriculum planning, various factors which are involved in the planning process, and different models of curriculum planning like rational, objective, dynamic, process, emancipatory, and backward designs of curriculum planning. I will also upload the course outline in the Google Classroom, where you could find the unit details, because here I have precisely just provided you the title of the units, and much details could be found in the course outline uploaded later in the Google Classroom page. Unit 6 is about curriculum design, in which we will look at modern trends of curriculum design. We will discuss theory and practice of curriculum design, along with differentiating the school curriculum and instruction for all learners in the classrooms. So unit number 6 is curriculum development, and unit 7 is curriculum development, in which we will discuss change in models and practices of curriculum organization, and some other dimensions of curriculum development will also be discussed in this unit. Unit 8 is curriculum implementation, and in this unit we will try to discuss the implementation issues and challenges, and we will also look at curriculum implementation and the role of teachers in the curriculum development framework. Unit 9 is about curriculum evaluation, and in this unit we will discuss different models of curriculum evaluation, and we will try to develop an eclectic model or self-developed model of curriculum evaluation after studying all the past evaluation models. Unit 10 is titled as curriculum change and innovation, which two are the main or the key variables of this course. And in this unit we will discuss different change strategies along with different change models. We will also discuss teachers and school leaders' role as change agents, and we will also try to develop a theoretical framework for understanding innovation. To achieve the course objectives, we will be utilizing multiple suitable teaching learning strategies, mentionably online audio-video lectures, online discussion, inquiry-based teaching, reflections, self-assessment, and peer evaluations. So regarding the online discussion and for inquiries, I would later decide. In fact, we will mutually decide the days and times of the course meets, in which you may discuss the important issues related to the course or different aspects of the course. So we will do it once the first lecture of the course, I mean this introductory session of the course, is on-aired. We will decide the days and times of the course meets. About the assessment and evaluation criteria, you must be aware that University of Education has certain sets of standards and requirements, and students are required to work within those parameters, like grading policies and grading rubrics, etc. So meet the set standards of formative and summative assessment. You need to accept personal responsibility and should strive for improving personal self-management. And to succeed in this course, I believe that you must choose to stay focused and involved in every class, offering your best comments, questions and answers, and through active discussion. I must say that you can you can really succeed in that course. So the assessment criteria involves the critical review of at least 2 research articles from the selected research journals. So I would be providing a list of international peer-reviewed journals in the end of this introductory session. So you can go through those journals for this particular assignment. Then you have to arrange a seminar on curriculum change trends in Pakistan, and that activity depends on the circumstances. I mean, if the lockdown is ended soon and we will resume the proper physical classroom teaching and learning, then we will arrange a seminar. In other cases, we will have an alternative of this seminar. We can do a webinar, or we can do any other online activity instead of this seminar. You will be asked to write one research concept paper. So we will have a detailed discussion once we start the content of the course. So I will be time by time guiding you regarding this. So you have to write one research concept paper based on the themes related to the curriculum change and innovation. Classroom participation, discussion and interaction, that is really important, and I feel that that is the backbone of the whole online course delivery. So as much as you actively participate in the course, that will be counted on your profile. And I haven't actually allocated any marks to the class participation or discussion yet, but I may be doing it in future, considering the online scenario of that course delivery. There would be some surprise quizzes. Most probably I would be using Kahoot, and Kahoot is basically software which is used for quizzes and for games. So to check the course learning and the content learning, I would be giving you some surprise quizzes. Midterm exam, again, that depends on the circumstances. We will decide later, or as we will be directed by the authorities of the University of Education, we will be complying with that component of the course. So yes, there would be a midterm, whether that would be online or that would be like a pencil paper based midterm exam. So we'll be deciding upon later. There would be a final exam, and that also depends on the circumstances. So basically we have the formative and summative assessment criteria that I have just discussed here. So formative assessment, it includes the 40%. Yes, it includes the formative assessment, which also include your midterm exam, that makes a whole 40% of the course, and final exam would be of 60%. So in that sense, it makes the 100% assessment criteria of the course. Here, as you can see, I have enlisted the references of the key reading material that you may consult to expand your understanding of the course content and preparing your assignments or your concept papers. So you may go through the books and the reading material. Since you are enrolled in a research-oriented doctoral program, therefore keeping abreast yourself with all new trends, changes and innovations in your area of study and interest is of utmost importance. Change is constant, so here I have provided you a list of peer-reviewed international journals related to curriculum where you could find most recent and relevant stuff about curriculum development, change, and innovation. So the fantastic thing about these journals is that these are readily available online and easily accessible, because many publishers and publishing agencies, they have removed the restriction of full access to their journals just due to the COVID-19 pandemic circumstances. So you can easily go through the recommended journal. Alright, so that's all about the course. Let me say you thank you until our first online lecture. So be ready till then. Allah Hafiz.